This awakening happened in spring 2011. I was 30 years old. I wasn't doing any spiritual practice at that time. I wasn't someone who regularly prayed either. It was a moment in my life when I felt a very strong despair. I felt lost, even though I didn't see any valid reason for it. Actually, I was feeling ashamed and guilty to feel like that, because I had everything that someone needs to feel happy. But I couldn't help this internal turmoil. You could say that I was suffering from depression, but I do not like to use that term. If you say I am depressed, you identify yourself with the disease and make it part of you. I preferred to think that I was going through a long crisis and somehow I would manage to get out of it. I had my family and my husband that were trying to help me, but it wasn't enough. I thought to myself, if God exists, He will maybe help me. So I started praying. For once, I was really settled in my choice to address myself directly to God. Who knows you better than Him? I thought. If someone can help me, it will be the best to do it. So I carried on praying, and the pain was growing, and with it, the desire to be healed. When I first started praying, it was coming from my mind, with no real desire or hope. But the more I was doing it, the more I meant it. If I remember well, I prayed for about a month. I remember saying over and over, "Please God, I will make an effort to get out of it, but I need your help." A day at work, coming back from my lunchtime, I unlocked my computer screen and something changed. The colors of the screen were different. They were very bright, a bit like a fantastic movie. This is when it all started. I tried to change the setting back to normal. Nothing. Whatever I was trying, the colors remained as bright. So I decided to go on and stop to bother about it. Suddenly, an energy started to rise within myself. And from what I could feel, it started from the bottom of my spine. I felt a love out of this world rising along my spine. It was a warm energy, very healing. To my experience, it did not feel something sexual like some people speak about. It actually felt like divine love was rising within me. It wasn't painful, but pure bliss. It went up to my heart, and it felt as if my heart was a balloon, like if someone blew love into it. My heart expanded with this divine energy. Then the energy carried on, and I felt it going out of the top of my head. Naturally, I looked up, and I saw a halo of light above my head. The love I was feeling was so intense that I had tears falling along my face. I had my work colleagues in the same room, so I went to hide in the toilet for 10 minutes or so to compose myself. I couldn't explain this, not even to myself, so how could I explain it to them? I didn't know about Kundalini and all this, but I heard about being touched by grace. While in the toilet, I was wondering if I was going crazy. But it felt so amazing that I was thinking, if this is craziness, I take it every day. I went back to my desk and looked at my colleagues as to check their reaction in case they noticed something strange was going on with me. And when I looked at them, I could feel only love, nothing else. I could feel love coming from them too. Not human love, but divine love. I knew that they weren't aware of it. I felt an energy coming out of my third eye or pineal gland. And it is through that energetic cord that I could sense that we are all connected and sharing the same divine essence. It is when I understood that we all wear a mask, an identity we have built up with our own thoughts, emotions, beliefs, differences, comparisons, likes, dislikes, complaints, but that in fact we were not any of this, but our true nature is divine love. I didn't feel sad or depressed anymore because I found back my true self, and by reconnecting with it, everything I wasn't disappeared. I felt a very intense presence within my body for about 6 months or so. This presence spoke to me, sometime outside my head, sometime inside my head, sometime within my heart, and other times in my dreams. I knew that voice. I recognized him because he spoke to me a few times before. I didn't know who he was, but I trusted him. Because anytime he speaks to me, I can feel his divine love within my heart illuminating my whole body. In 2020, the voice appeared in front of me, and it was Christ. He said to me that we have created a separation between him and us because we look at him as someone above us, but in fact he is within all of us, in our heart. He is divine love, and when we surrender and become one with divine love, we rise, we ascend, we heal ourselves to finally merge with God, the divine consciousness. We are free to choose. We can either follow divine love or be controlled by our ego mind. We cannot have both as masters. Only one can take the lead, and it all depends on which one we feed. Much love and light.